Hi, welcome to Assassin's Guild. Assassin's Guild is a 2 to 6 player game with a 15 to 30 minute game time.
It's a push your luck card game where each player takes on the role of an assassin, trying to collect marks and ultimately get the most amount of gold possible by the end of the game. The Assassin's Guild is a family-friendly, motivational kind of place, and because of that they put on competitions each month. These are the Assassin of the Month cards. Now at the beginning of the game 3 of these cards are drawn, and they give bonus objectives for the players to aim at. For instance, this one here says that the person who collects the most army officers by the end of the game wins 5,000 extra gold. Once the Assassin of the Month cards come out, we then can start the game. At the beginning of the turn, we draw mark cards and bounty cards. They go up on the Assassin's Guild notice board. These guys represent all the different people that might be causing trouble in the city, people that people might want to get rid of. There are 8 different types of marks, and with each mark comes a bounty card. As you can see on the bounty card, there are 4 icons connected to 4 different values. These values equal the amount of gold that you receive when you eliminate the target, and the icons represent the way that you manage to get rid of them. So each player has 4 cards, nice and simple. The 4 cards, when turned over, represent these 4 icons. They are numbered 1 to 4 to represent how quick the different attempt is. So the quickest way to get rid of someone is a gun, obviously. Bullets travel pretty fast. The gun is very quick, but as you might notice on the card, it's also not worth very much. Second, then you have sending a message, you've got a dagger, you've got an inside job, which is poison, and then you have arranging an accident. Now, arranging an accident is very difficult to get away with, but when you do it, you're super sneaky, super stealthy, and you get loads for being able to pull it off. Now, once you've done this, you're ready to start the turn. Each turn, players take one of their 4 cards and place it face down. They get to do this 3 times in a turn, next to the target that they want to try and eliminate. Another player then puts their card down, and this continues until 3 cards have been placed. Once all the different assassination attempts have been laid, it's then possible to use the tipping off the fuzz card. Each player gets a chance to do this. They have 3 cards in the whole game, and they are to be used when you particularly know what your enemy's just done. So, for instance, if I was to say this person here has definitely gone for their dagger on this particular mark, the player who owns the card will look at the cards sneakily. In this case, it was the dagger, and if the player was right about the guess, they have to flip over their card and say yes, that's true. Now, because they managed to get the police to the murder in time to stop the murder, the police give them a reward, and the reward is equal to half, rounded up, of whatever that player would have got for getting the kill. So it was 3,000 there, so they would get 2,000 for that kill, and they would also get their fuzz card back. This card then is stopped, obviously, because the police turned up, so that card goes away, leaving this player unopposed on that particular kill. Then what happens is, once all the players have had a chance to do their tip off the fuzz, we then reveal the cards. So we reveal the card on this one. This character used a gun, and so they get the kill, and they get the reward, which is 2,000 that goes on it, and then the bounty card goes to the side, and the play continues. In this attempt on this army officer, there are 2 players facing off against each other. So in this case, we look at the 2 cards, and the person with the fastest attempt wins. So in this case, the dagger is quicker than the accident, although the accident would have gained more if they managed to pull it off. So the dagger wins and gets 2,000 and the army officer card. And as we've seen before, the army officer card here helps along with the Assassin of the Month objective to collect them. Bounty goes to the side, and then the last one. So in this one, we have a poison, and the other player has done their gun. So this time this player wins, gets 2,000 and the thief, and the cards return. So you may have noticed that there may be occasions when players put down exactly the same card on a mark. So for instance, you have a mark and their bounty, and the 2 players have placed their card, and when it comes time to flip over, they turn over and they have revealed the same thing. What happens in this case is that both players have turned up at exactly the same moment, and it's got a bit awkward. They have a bit of a tiff, have a bit of a fight, and they both cancel each other out. In this particular case, when they cancel each other out, there's no one left on it. The mark gets an extra 1,000 on them each turn that they're not collected on. It is possible to have another situation arise where let's say those two characters are back with their daggers face down, but then Abel Tolls over here has decided to put a second card down on this mark. In that case, what will happen when the cards are revealed is that they will both show their two daggers, but Abel Tolls has also played a poison. What happens here is both these two daggers cancel each other out, but the poison remains. The characters have had a fight, but later on Abel Tolls has returned with a sneaky poison, and he will actually gain even more benefit from that action, getting the full 5,000 for the poison and the card. Play continues like this until the mark deck is run down. Once the mark deck run down, it's the end of the game, and it's then time to count up all of the gold bars that have been made by the players, and also any bonuses they may get from becoming Assassin of the Month. And the player with the most bars at the end of the game wins. And that's Assassin's Guild.